Before we begin, a very quick announcement. I am doing a collab with my friend Kvng, or Mini King, as some people know him. He's doing a collab on his channel with me. We're playing some Left 4 Dead 2. It's gonna be pretty cool. Link in the description. So just check him out. He's got a cool gaming channel for CS:GO and COD and all that stuff. So yeah, stay tuned for that. It's coming very soon.
Hello again, and thank you for tuning in to another Tale from the Table. Wow, it's been a while. It's been 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah. I'm glad I took the break off. How was your break? Was it nice? It was 3 days ago. I mean, not for me. I'm recording this on Sunday night. I have to go to school tomorrow. But for you, it was 3 days ago. So how was your break? Was it good? That's good. My hair's a mess. My hair has gone flat. The dryness of the wet of the winter. That's the word. That's the word. Of the winter has caused all my curls to go away, and so now it's just a stupid bowl cut with maybe a bit of surfer flow if I work on it. Anyway, so let's dive right in. You may recall last time on Tale from the Table, our party was left to discover. Hold on, where were we? Man, it was a long time ago. They returned home to their fort only to find out that the place had been wrecked. Did I mention that? I really don't know. We're gonna pretend that I mentioned that. Their home fort had been wrecked by Sheil, and Daniel Cook had apparently been snatched away by the Horth Dragon to God knows where on the island, or maybe off the island. They have no clue. Emily Young was found later on, hiding in a cupboard or something, like in a shelf, like from the chaos that ensued as the dragon came and wrecked everything. She comes out of the closet. That was a stupid joke. She comes out of hiding and she's like, "Oh, thank God you're here. The dragon Sheil, she came and she snatched up Daniel and she tore the place up, and then she almost killed me, and I had to hide in the closet, and she's very panicked, but they managed to get her to calm down, and she explains the whole thing. So apparently the dragon had come, it snatched up Daniel, and then flown away to some other part of the island. Like, okay, well, where could he have taken him? There aren't many notable landmarks in the island. We would have known if it was to the mountain, because the mountain's right near their fort. And then Emily's like, oh, well, there's one place it could be. He could be, rather. Sheil has kind of like a den sort of lair on the northwest or the northeast bit of the island, where she has all of her kobold minions and her servants and her advisors and things, and they kind of hang out there when they're not wreaking havoc. Wreaking havoc on the. I'm really off my game today. Wreaking havoc on the island. And so, okay, so we'll just go there, rescue Danielle, and then walk out. Hey, you know they might have a boat there, so we can get off this godforsaken island. But then someone else at the party, I believe it was Enzio, was like, no, I'm never seeing my life for him again. He's got us into more trouble than he's worth. He's not worth the effort. We should just focus our efforts on getting off the island. And so, like, a debate springs up in the party. Like, we have to grind the game to a halt. And like, they're debating, okay, do we help him or do we just forget him? Emily, on the other hand, she's already like, she went to go find a spear or like some kind of weapon, and she's already heading out. She's like, if you want to join me, join me. I'm getting Daniel out. And they're like, oh gosh, she's gonna die if she goes on her own. So they're like, fine, whatever, we'll go help him. My Grant just texted me. Grant, stop texting me. See, it's only happened like once or twice, but it's the most annoying thing because like you're recording the video and then someone just starts texting you. Like, people don't really text me because I'm really cool and all, but I don't really get texts like via like that'll like I don't get like cellular texts. I usually get them like on Instagram or something. But the time people do text me via the phone, it's when I'm recording a video. Anyway, so they're like, okay, fine, whatever. Let's roll and let's just go do what we can to get him out of here. So they head northwest, and they make a very long hike up the island. It takes about 2 days, and when they arrive, they remember. Oh yeah, it's like an 800-meter stretch between us and Sheil's island. Okay, last time we tried to build a rowboat, it didn't end very well. So let's try it again. We don't really have anything else to do, so they try it again. But they have more people this time, and they learn from their mistakes, and so they built a new rowboat, which was actually a lot better this time. It got across the island, no issues. But they soon realized, as they're crossing this island, the closer they get to Sheil's Island, the more stormy it gets. Like, the clouds start to gray. There's sort of a feeling of static in the air. The winds are blowing more rapidly, and the party, who are all now seasoned sailors, they can tell there's a storm coming. Fortunately, they arrive at the island before any real damage can happen to their boat, and they head inland. They wander around for a while, not finding much, and then they find, like, in the very center of the island, there's a clearing in the forest, and in that clearing is where Sheil's cave, or what appears to be Sheil's cave, is sitting, and there's, like, kind of, the storm is kind of spiraling around. Like, it's not like a tornado, but, like, the clouds are spiraling around this axis, above, like, invisible axis above the cave. And so, like, huh, that's fishy. But, after a bit of, like, head scratching, they're like, okay, whatever, let's just go. They go down the cave, and the first room in this lair is like a dormitory for all of Sheil's minions. So it's like, it's got beds lying around there. So there are separate rooms for boys and girls, or men and women, whatever you want to say. There's like a kind of a bar area with, food. It's living quarters. It's where the minions live when they aren't pillaging the entire island. So they have a bit of a fight there. It's uneventful. And they win pretty easily. It was an easy fight. They find a ladder, and they head down, and they're in this small room with a door. Somebody, like, cracks the door open a peek, and there's like a chapel on the other side of the door, or like where they're having like a worship session. Like, has Sheil idolized herself rather, like with these poor creatures? And so they bust in. It's a bit of a harder fight because like the better priests are downstairs, like, working, and they have all their magic spells, and there are lightning bolts going past because it's a blue dragon, lightning. And people, it's a bloody fight, but they get through it relatively unscathed. They take some potions, and then they keep going. Bear in mind, this party is all martial people, like, from the martial and primal power sources, so there's no real healers in the party to help people out. So it's kind of every man for himself, and you could say. But, they seem to be okay so far. They head down another ladder, and they arrive in a very strange part of the lair. It's this room. It's like it was maybe like 10 meters long. There are two little alcoves. One where they just landed, and one on the other side of the room. In the middle, there's a pool, like a big 10-meter long pool that you could wade through. It goes about to like your waist. And they're like, this seems odd. We shouldn't just wade through it. Probably rigged or something. So they look around. They roll like perception checks, and they get pretty low. So they're like, okay, well, what do you want to do? We can't really get across. And they're like, should we go one at a time? Maybe if we go all at once, the trap won't work. Maybe it's designed for just one person at a time. So they all hop in the water, and they're all wading through the water. And then when everyone's in the water, like, out of the ceiling, like, these jerry-rigged, like, electric devices, like, that come from, like, Sheil's magic power source. They fire, like, lightning bolts into the water, electrocuting them all, and, just knocking them out as that dose of electricity would. And you're like, oh crap, what do we do? They then proceed to wake up. They don't know how much time has passed, but they're in like these jail cells. Like they're in the party of five are in like five jail cells. There's a sixth one, and Enzio I think was the first one to wake up. He's like he sees the sixth jail cell, and he sees lying on his side, like badly beaten up. I heard a thump. Badly beaten up is Daniel Cook. He's just kind of chilling there, but he's like it's not just a scratch or anything. He's been beaten and thrown around pretty badly. He doesn't seem to be conscious, but slowly everyone else regains consciousness. Like, okay, guys, quick, we got to break out of here before Sheil comes back. And then at that moment, Sheil busts in the door, like, and he's like, okay, kids, you're all dead. I don't remember what she said specifically. That would probably be really lame if she just said that. You're all dead. I don't know, but she comes in. She's like, all right, what are you doing here? Who are you? Probably, and I don't know. I'm gonna kill you. I don't know. This wasn't really. I can't really remember what happened exactly. This is a more vague part of my memories. I think what happened was like Sheil was interrogating them, but at the same time, like as she was interrogating one person, somebody else would try to like pick the lock with their fingernails, and then they would kind of switch until somebody busted out, which seemed like a good idea at the time. Until Chikaliku clicks open the cage, but like with his like thumbnail, he gets out of the cage. But Sheil immediately notices. Of course, why would she not notice? What was the plan there? And so she just kind of immediately kind of takes her claw, just boom, like hits him really hard. He smacks against the wall, gets winded, all that, and he's out for the count. He's not dead, but he's unconscious and critically injured from that one boom. It wasn't like a normal attack because A, he wasn't ready, B, he didn't have any of his stuff, and C, like Sheil had like a pretty huge advantage on him. So he was unconscious. He didn't really take any damage, I don't think, but that's not important. And so at that point, the rest of the party, they also get their things. They also get their home. No, they didn't. My bad. They try to get their things out, but then they kind of just stop and chill. And what? Hold on. Man, this was so long ago. This was like in April. I can't. Like some of the other YouTubers who tell tales from the table, or like T the writer, they have like perfect memories of these things, and like I don't understand how they can possibly remember that. Hold on, I'm scratching my head. I'm literally scratching my head trying to remember what ended up happening. I don't know. Hi, okay, if you're in my party right now, could you leave in the comments what happened? I'm gonna end this episode here because like I need to jar my memory, but we're gonna leave it there. If you could you leave in the comments what happened? So like either Grant or Aaron or somebody, could you leave in the comments what happened so I can put that in the next episode? Thank you. Bye. I'm gonna go now. I need to shower.